Hello, and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Age 2.
You were in the circle and ran away. I don't know if I'd be brave enough to do that.
You've been an apostate your whole life.
Exactly. It was never anything I had to work for. Other people always took the risks to keep me free.
Well, that's a bit heavy to start out, but we are going to be doing and getting another friend today, the other anime elf. But we're here in the Storm Coast. No wait, Storm Coast is in position. Shattered or Splintered Coast. One of those. But we're outside of Kirkwall to get this group of enemies here for the Flint Company mercenaries for the Sebastian quest. Then a couple other things we can do here, like this.
Do you even know her name, Shem? No? It's Delilah. She's dead. And you killed her.
This is actually something that's tied to Origins.
I was a beast then, a werewolf. I did many terrible things. I'm sorry.
Sorry does not bring my mother back.
I was a victim too, Elf. Of Zathrian's vengeance. Stranger, please calm her down.
Did I hear you right? You're a werewolf?
I was one, but no longer. Her Dalish keeper
Now,
cursed.
this would need more if I
lycanthropy long ago.
actually knew
The disease spread over the years.
what this quest
The hero of Ferelden
actually
freed us.
was about in Origins.
He's all yours.
But
Run, Shem.
Hawk doesn't
Make
care.
the hunt more enjoyable.
Yeah, a little bit of money, there's a few things like that. But other than that, not much on the coast. So let's talk to Anders.
These patients need me more than anyone in Hightown. I had a friend like you once. Got in all kinds of trouble. Dragged me along. Didn't think I'd be doing that again. I got
This
a bit
here
weighted
is talking
last time I
about
talked.
the
Sorry for putting that on you.
DLC
Keep your personal
Awakenings for Origins, where you originally can find Anders.
Understood.
He's basically talking about the hero of Ferelden. But I'm gonna actually be doing something else here in the city real quick, which is heading to the Chantry. Wait, yeah,
I know it didn't work the way you
conversation
wanted,
first.
but it was brave what you did with Justice.
It was meant well. I don't know if that's enough to forgive me.
Must have been hard for him, being trapped outside the Fade, in a place where no one's like him. I bet he appreciated having a friend.
He did.
Right. To the Chantry. Once I remember what I was doing. Yep. I was debating whether or not to go there immediately, but go to the Chantry first to turn in the remains we picked up. Back in the exploration video we did that. It's been sitting around in our pocket.
I hear good things about you, Anders. Not what I expected.
From a mage, you mean?
I didn't say that.
How else would you judge me? What else am I a shining example of?
I don't know. Other Fereldans lurking in Darktown? Mage or not?
You
Oh, sorry.
have a fair point.
And
Sister Lima told me I should keep my head up.
there's the first bit of Anders being a complete insufferable ass to a decent person. He will repeat that later on in this video. But there are multiple quests that are like this, where you just find an item, what have you, and then you turn it in for a bit of experience and a small amount of gold. So I'm not going to actually show all of those, but I probably will do most of them off screen. And here is the last group of mercenaries for Sebastian's quest. And around here, you always want to check all areas for the herbs and whatnot, simply so you won't have to try and find them in a vendor later on. But let's meet the Dalish.
Old Shemlin, your kind are not welcome among the Dalish.
What's a Shemlin? An elven slur for human.
It means you're not one of the people, and you should leave now.
Who are you people?
We are the
Yeah.
last of the Elven.
The Dalish are kind of
I'm
racist.
pretty sure I've seen elves around who weren't Dalish.
They have given up their identity to live among Shemlin. They're elven no more.
The sooner I finish my business, the sooner I'll leave.
You have no business.
We do.
Wait, this is the one the Keeper spoke of.
A Shemlin? I thought she'd be an elf.
Enter the camp.
If we could choose
Keeper
race,
Malsari has been waiting for you.
we might have been an elf.
Cause trouble,
Maybe.
and you'll meet our blades, stranger.
Marathari, I was told to bring you this amulet.
Andarana Tishan, travelers. Indeed, I am Keeper Marathari. Let me look at you. It has been a long, hard journey to this place. And it's far from over. Tell me how this burden fell to you, child.
Your guard said you spoke of me. How did you know I was coming?
I listened. To the wind, to the birds, as the hunters do, to my dreams. I watched the stars. There is great wisdom to be found all around us, if you know how to listen for it. But I was not certain. Nothing is certain.
In other words,
Are you the leader?
ancient elven secrets.
Why did the witch tell me to bring this amulet to you?
I am the keeper of this clan. It is my task to guide my people and to ensure the old ways are not forgotten. As for Asha Bellinar, I am tied to her, just as you are, by a debt that must be repaid.
Exactly what have I been carrying around? Is it magic?
It is a promise, child, made by one whose word still has weight. And therefore, it has terrible power. There are few things in this world
And
stronger than a promise.
Based off of information in Dragon Age Inquisition,
I brought the amulet here as I was.
that's actually some really heavy foreshadowing.
I understand. It's never an easy thing to speak of debts. I will ask no more questions of you. The amulet must be taken to an altar at the top of the mountain and given a Dalish rite for the departed. Then, return the amulet to me. Do this and your debt will be repaid.
Are you going to teach me this rite for the departed?
I will send my first with you. She will see to it the ritual is done. And when it is complete, I must ask that you take her with you when you go.
Who is your first? First of what?
Your people would call her my apprentice, or heir. Meryl would have taken my place as keeper. But she has chosen a new path. Please, guide her safely from here.
I live in Kirkwall. I don't have room for stray elves.
You needn't look after her.
And
Simply
it
take
feels like that animation Aveline did
Meryl waiting for you on the trail just up
fit
the mountain.
perfectly right there as response.
Shiral.
This mountain is cursed, I swear. 3 days in a row I've shot at and missed deer.
There's a
Maybe it's not the mountain. Maybe it's
couple
just
having a bit of a
my love.
You always know.
tiff over there or something back and forth, and it repeats so many times.
So, you married a Templar, huh?
What of it?
Are they all as dirty as they seem?
What?
Did he ever ask you to play the naughty mage and the hapless recruit? Maybe the secret desire demon and the upstanding knight?
That's disgusting.
I hear it's quite popular.
Another reason to not like Anders. But going up the correct path, we hit Cutscene Town. And here, a little strange noise.
Oh, I didn't hear. You must be the one the Keeper told me about. Anathera.
I'm so sorry. I didn't ask your name. Unless... It's not rude to ask a human their name, is it? I'm Meryl, which you probably knew already. I'm rambling, sorry.
Why are you leaving the Dalish for Kirkwall?
I have to. Let's leave it at that for now, all right?
I get the feeling you're in trouble.
It's not like that. Not exactly, anyway. The Keeper and I have disagreements, but it will sort itself out in time.
Did you
Maybe.
hear that strange noise?
Oh, I didn't hear anything.
You seem awfully nervous.
I've never met a human before. Dalish mothers frighten their children with stories about you, you know. Not you, personally, of course. I'm sure they don't have any tales about you. Or not scary ones, at least. Now that you're not notable enough to have a story, I'll just shut up now.
Yeah.
We didn't get a proper introduction.
I am... or was, I suppose.
To put this lightly,
Keeper Maruthari.
based off information I've been able to find, they wanted Meryl to be more of a girl next door type of person,
Law of the Dalish.
but she doesn't come across like that.
We've got a job to do. Don't waste time chatting.
My sister is better at stabbing things than making conversation. I'm Bethany Hawke. Pleased to meet you.
I know little of outsiders. No chatting is for the best. I'd probably say a lot of things that are very stupid. We should go. Your task is for Asher Bellinar. It's not wise to make her wait.
What do we have to do with the amulet?
It's a funeral of sorts. I'll perform it when we get to the mountaintop. Getting there is the tricky part. Our hunters haven't been able to reach the summit. Dark things are about.
I take it you've been expecting me to bring this amulet for some time.
The Keeper brought us here to wait for you. I don't know much more than that. I do know that you have Asher Bellinar's amulet. And we must bring it to the altar on the mountaintop. Nothing more.
Do you know the witch who sent me here?
No, not personally. My people tell stories of her, though. You're very lucky. Most people who meet Asher Bellinar wind up in little pieces, hanging from the trees.
Let's get this over with.
As I was saying, they wanted Meryl to be a girl next door type of person, but it didn't really function like that, to me at least. She seems more of a person who doesn't have much social interaction and as such, now that she is actually interacting with people, kind of out of sorts. A sheltered youth. Except, never was able to be let out the house till apparently 20-ish or something.
The Keeper didn't mention you were a mage.
All keepers know a bit of old magic. The stories tell us that all Elven once had the gift. But like so many things, it was lost. It's a keeper's job to remember, to restore what we can.
Can't demons possess Dalish mages?
It can happen. And when it does, the clan must hunt and kill their own keeper.
Does the Chantry know about the Dalish mages?
Oh, they know. Keeper Marathari told me that was one of the reasons we never camped too long in one place. They usually won't pursue us if we stay away from the cities and towns and keep moving.
And no one minds having to pick up and move over and over just to protect a few of you.
Why would they mind? Once we've picked over a hunting ground, there's no reason to stay.
Another very, very simple idea.
More danger, having lost our Hala.
If you go to Kirkwall, you'll be an apostate in a city full of Templars.
I know, but if I don't go to Kirkwall, I'll be alone. A solitary elf is easy prey for anyone. In the city, I can get lost in the crowd.
Watch where you're casting those spells.
I'm sorry. I wasn't sure what was best to do. I've done a little fighting before, but it was always alone. I'll try not to hit anyone. On our side, I mean. I'm babbling again. Let's go.
Yeah. Meryl actually has a bit of interesting backstory type stuff that was happening with her, which basically leads up to why she's forced to leave her group. That happens a little bit before Dragon Age 2. But she has appeared before in Origins. If you are choosing an elven character, she actually shows up in your prologue. Then kind of vanishes. Which is weird.
We're not welcome on this path.
So the Keeper finally found someone to take you from here.
Yes.
Then finish your task quickly, human. We cannot be rid of this one too soon.
So, this is awkward. Anyone else think this is awkward? How about we move along?
I have made my choice. And I will save our clan whatever you think.
We should keep moving.
Of course. My apologies.
And Bethany basically pointing out the obvious. That's a bit awkward. But that's all stuff that's actually settled in a little side story type thing for Meryl that I will get around to when we actually finish up her personal quest. Her final personal quest. And for those with arachnophobia, I apologize for what's coming up.
I'm sorry. You're not really seeing the Dalish at their best. We're good people that look out for each other. Just not today, apparently.
There's more going on here than you and Marathari have told me.
It's a misunderstanding. It doesn't matter now. Even if my people don't appreciate my efforts, I must see this through. Let's go. Ashabella Nar isn't known for her patience.
She's waited a year. Yeah, if you have arachnophobia, for probably about the next minute or so, this is not going to be fun for you.
It's a time.
works really well against the giant spiders, as you'd expect. Just gotta follow the path through the cave. This is one of the other cave things. And here is this little entry in Silverite. That is for runes, which we also picked up some glow dust, I believe it was, in the Shattered Coast. There's one of the random bits that you can pick up to turn in for a minimal amount of money. More spiders. These spiders are actually deal poison on a percentage chance, I think. I just know they hurt a lot if you're not the tank.
Get ready!
Then you're actually getting a couple enemies you're not actually supposed to see for a while. Mainly the corpses there, and then the Shadow Warrior back there. Normally you don't run into these for some time. With everything in the cave now dead, we're going to see one of the reasons why they kinda don't want Meryl around anymore.
I can open the way forward. One moment.
That was a summoning. That takes blood magic. Are you crazy?
Yes, it was blood magic, but I know what I'm doing. The spirit helped us, didn't it?
Call it what it is. You summoned a demon.
Demons are just spirits, like honor or joy. It's not their fault they are what they are.
You know nothing of spirits. Don't try to
Neither do
spread
you,
your
Anders.
ignorance.
Be careful up ahead. Restless
But,
things prowl
yes.
the heights.
Meryl has blood
In the
magic.
days of Arlathorn, the elders came here to sleep. Uthanara. The endless dream, they called it. But they don't sleep peacefully anymore.
It seems to be the kind of catch-all really, really bad things or want to do very potent, crazy, magical things. Blood magic. And also seems to be everyone's solution to anything.
Now.
I know you can end up being able to use blood magic in Origins if you are a mage. And while people don't like it, you can kind of just go, don't care, I'm a Grey Warden. is to kill the archdemon, and everyone's like, oh, okay. Which is kind of messed up, to say the least. Here's where you're actually supposed to first see the Shadow Warrior. It's an undead spirit thing, which is really just a shield warrior that has a complete black texture put over its entire model that happens to go away when it dies. Now, this isn't actually the top of the mountain. There's still more path, but there's no reason to put that, so you guys have to watch me climb up all of that. I will do that myself later.
Emma ira au bella serviranan. Isalahamin vinanhim dofilas. In Uthanera narivas.
And now we summon Flemeth.
And here we are.
Under Anatishan Ashabalana.
One of the people. I see. So young and bright. Do you know who I am, beyond that title?
I know only a little.
Then stand. The people bend their knee too quickly. So refreshing to see someone who keeps their end of a bargain. I half expected my amulet to end up in a merchant's pocket.
You were inside that amulet the entire time?
Just a piece. A small piece, but it was all I needed. A bit of security, should the inevitable occur. And if I know my Morrigan, it already has.
Is that someone I should know?
She's a girl who thinks she knows what is what better than I or anyone. And why not? I raised her to be as she is. I cannot expect her to be less.
I'm not sure whether she's your daughter or your enemy.
Both.
Neither is she.
Why did you need me to bring you here?
Because I had an appointment to keep. And because I did not want to be followed, you smuggled me here quite nicely.
I don't understand. Are you some kind of vision?
Must I be in only one place? Bodies are such limiting things. I am but a fragment cast adrift from the whole, a bit of flotsam to cling to in the storm.
A fragment?
You do not need to understand, child. Know only that you may have saved my life, just as I once saved yours. An even trade, I think.
What are you? A spirit? An abomination? This is no magic I've ever seen.
And you would know of spirits and abominations.
I'm a mage. Of course I know of such things.
Of course.
The sarcasm
I am
that she has in her voice when speaking to Anders is great.
I am also an old woman. More than that, you need not know.
You should have told me what I would face.
Did I trick you? I asked you to bring the amulet, and you did. If I thought it such an easy task, I might have asked anyone. But you have succeeded where others would not.
You have plans, I take it?
Destiny awaits us both, dear girl. We have much to do. Before I go, a word of advice.
We stand upon the precipice of change. The world fears the inevitable plummet into the abyss. Watch for that moment, and when it comes, do not hesitate to leap. It is only when you fall that you learn whether you can fly.
Stop speaking in riddles.
You're welcome. As for you, child, step carefully. No path is darker than when your eyes are shut.
Maceranus Ashbelenar.
Now the time has come for me to leave. You have my thanks and my sympathy.
And off she goes into a dragon form. Totally inconspicuous. Right. That was weird. That's the way further up the mountain. But we need to go back on down. Which they are kind enough this time to change this to a leap back to the camp.
Maceranus, child, your debt is paid in full. It isn't too late to change your mind, Dalen.
Dareth Shiral, Keeper. I'm ready. Let's depart.
Elganon. Is this really where the elves live?
If you think this is bad, you should see where I live.
This is where all but one of the elves live.
I didn't think it would be so... I've never seen so many people in one place before. It seems so lonely.
This is what city life is like.
You're right. I suppose. Thank you for everything. For all your help. Will you come visit me? Not now, of course. But maybe later. I could use a friend.
I have enough problems without being seen with a blood mage.
I understand. It was good of you to bring me this far. I owe you. And I will repay you somehow. Dareth
I say that, but we will probably be back and chatting with Meryl at some point. But
Good to see you again, my dear.
we shall, well, at the end of this video, we shall see you
He's an adult,
next
isn't
time.
he? But I promise I'll be more careful.